So that is TV for us in Dima Sam Ghana. We are just self-centered, and what we do is to look for food for ourselves and not care about the less privileged and the marginalized in society. And that is how our politicians have been treating us. So this one is encouraging us and encouraging the politicians to ensure that yes, when they come to us for us to vote for them after elections, they should continue the development agenda that they have promised the people. And that is his message to all of us here this morning. Steve, thanks a lot for taking this particular message through. Your money deserves the safest home. With Telecel Cash, you are protected every step of the way. No risk, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transactions. Telecel Cash, a safer choice. Telecel Cash, Sunday Keke. And that is how Telecel treats you. Make sure that we keep your money safely for you. If you are keeping your money safely on Telecel Cash, let me show you how to make the cash for yourself too as well. For those of us who hustle on daily basis, wondering how to survive without cash, don't worry anymore, because Get Cash raffle has come to help you. The good news is that there is cash waiting for everyone. Simply dial the short code *920 *92# and follow the prompt and stake just 5 CDs to enter the draw and win for yourself some cash to cushion yourself for the day. Buy as many tickets as you want to increase your chances of winning. Get Cash raffle by Go 7 will start soon on A1 Radio. So keep listening for more information and how to win more for yourself. Get Cash for your pocket. That is it. Let me welcome my boss again, Papa, for us to do some discussions while we wait for our politicians to join us, do some discussions on various topics that we have this morning. We'll be looking at the reorganization agenda that the various political parties have started. The NDC have started their registration process, of new members, and the MPP have also given us timelines as to how they want to start their elections from scratch. The CJ have also given us his findings on the various petitions that were submitted to the presidency, about 7 of them, and he has found no reason why the Electoral Commission bosses or the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Kisi Jabe, should be removed. We'll be looking at some of these things this morning, but before that, before they come in for us to start, let me pick some views from Gerald Asaki before he goes. Gerald,
yeah,
Charlie, before the politicians come in, I think one of the things that we discussed yesterday has to do with your community roots.
Yeah, the Busa South road. So the first demonstration, we had the youth demonstration. I think the first demonstration was in 2023, which was spearheaded by the then presiding member of the district assembly there, John Apabe. And then down the line, 3 years down the line, we've had another young man also lead this particular charge, our team. Isaac, yes. And then so this is the Busa South own, and very soon we'll be having another demonstration, which will be led by the youth in the Busa North municipality.
Wow.
Yes. You see, I feel that our people, especially in the Busa area, has been taken for granted. We are a district that produces the rice, We are the food hub when you come to the region. But unfortunately, all roads leading to the Busa South through Busa North is deplorable. It is terrible. You need to speak to drivers as these commercial drivers who use these shuttles on the road, and they will tell you the trouble they go through. Some would buy a new tie, and in less than a week or two, they have to be looking for another tie to buy, because the prior work that was done on the road, still by my 10 construction, the gravel they used are more like stones that cut through their ties. So for me, this demonstration is good. It's bringing the needed attention to our road. It was heartbreaking when we didn't find that stretch of road in the Big Push. Although the Upper East region didn't find any road under the Big Push, I believe that the Busa South, we felt the pain the more, because we assumed that, considering the numerous promises that were made concerning our road, also adding to the fact that it was the NDC's previous government in 2016 that cut the sword for the construction of the road. We're anticipating that it would have been a critical road under their government in the Big Push. But well, we are told that the Big Push this is just the first phase. Next year, some other roads are also going to come under the Big Push. So the intent of this demonstration is to draw attention to it, so that going into next year's Big Push projects, we will not be denied an opportunity to have our road fixed.
Okay.
Muta, the road is terrible. I wish Sammy was here to narrate to you how bad the road situation has become now. It is so terrible now, commuting, especially from Wega through Bedema to Fumbisi and to Wesi. The road is bad. From Chuchuliga through to the barracks, that is quite okay, though some portions are still rough and unpatched, but one will say it's more trouble. But the promise is that we are going to fix the road from Chuchuliga through Sandema, through Wega, Bedema, Fumbisi, and then to Wesi, which links up to the northeast corridor. That is the Mamprugu Maduri district.
Okay.
We want that road fixed. Enough of the lives that have been lost on that stretch of road. The contractors comes around and he pretends, let me say, they pretend to be working. Then after some few days, they are off the road. So yes, the first demonstration was done, though they denied, the police denied, said they were not manned up enough. They didn't have the personnel to offer protection for them to conduct a demonstration. But so they did a press conference, after which they went through the principal streets in town. Busa South, but Busa North are also planning one, which is going to come on very soon. I'm not previewed about the date, but I was just reading through our youth development page, and then I am fully aware that in the Busa North also, the police are saying they cannot provide the needed security because there are not many. The personnel are not many, which is understandable. And so the youth are also thinking of a different approach, because they must drum home the message for the development of Busa South and Busa North municipality. Buluk needs a motorable road. Enough of the rhetoric, enough of the stories we are hearing. And I don't think it's only the Busa South that need roads.
Oh no.
Across the Upper East region, the Agenda 1515 is in progress. I know people in the China Paga constituency will be talking about the Navio Bridge, which was broken, and then the bridge Sami and Kalala. You went and took a video of where a pregnant woman lost her life. They are also expecting that bridge to be fixed. There are several rules for the people in the Bolgatanga municipality and the Bolga East district. Their major headache is the Kola Bridge, that stretch of road which needs to be completed. the Boga-Boku-Plomonkum Road needs to be completed. There are other major road projects that need to be completed. So, yes, roads in the Upper East region need critical attention. But if you ask me from where I sit and from where I come from, I believe that the Bulsa roads really need critical attention for now.
Yeah, well, what of the interior? Is it just
so when we talk about the roads within the Buluk enclave, there's no, if you know, the thing is within the district, at least you need to get some stretch of road started. That cannot be said. That cannot be said about Sandema, which is one of the oldest districts within the region. It cannot be said because the road leading into the town is rough, is bad, it's terrible. Though it looks tarred, but it's terrible. You know, when a tarred road gets bad, you know how terrible it becomes. If it's a Bulsa South district, there's no single layer of bitumen in Bulsa South. There is no single layer of bitumen in Bulsa South. And if you are going into the district, you'll be sorry. You just have to slow down completely because you may end up busting your tie.
Wow.
So the road situation in the Bulsa land is bad. There is no single layer of bitumen in any of these districts I'm talking about. So Bulsa North is a municipality. The road situation there is not representative of a municipality. It is not. That third stretch is from years ago. I can say about 20 or so years ago. And it's filled with potholes.
Wow.
I don't even want to say they have, because it's not, you can't describe that as a third patch of road. So I can say on authority that within the Bulsa districts, that's the Bulsa North municipality and then the Bulsa South district, we don't have a single layer of bitumen.
Wow.
On any of the stretches. So when we are calling for that, it's not a huge call we are making. We are only asking for our share of the national cake. If you can't get the roads leading into the district connected with bitumen, then at least the roads within the district should be tarred. So there should be a relief. The dust they are inhaling or have inhaled over the years, maybe a research needs to be conducted to ascertain the health impact of dusty roads. Then we can know the lives that are at risk as a result of inhaling these dust. So we are calling on government as a youth. I am adding my voice to my brothers at home that we need the roads in Bulsa North and South fixed. Forgive me if I always mention Bulsa South. But we need the roads in Buluk fixed. We need the roads in Buluk fixed because it will open up for economic activities in the space. The Bulsa South, again, let me remind you, produces abundant rice. But when they finish producing this rice, vehicles struggle to go there because sometimes they get stuck. Aside getting stuck, the road is completely bad for them to even move on. So yes, the inner roads are bad. The major roads connecting the two districts are deplorable, and we need government's attention on it. We are calling for our share in the Big Push project, and we are hoping that the next list of roads that will be captured under the Big Push, the Bulsa roads are also going to be part of that agenda from government.
Like talking about the issue of dust, yesterday I watched a video that was put together by one of our good friends, Smart DJ Smart, and it's about the route leading from Bokut Township, I think, to Tempane. The road is currently under construction, and the dust that is on the road is just very, 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 very bad. The appeal is that they should constantly water it At least that is what we do see constructors when they are constructing roads.
Yeah.
They constantly water it to reduce the dust. It is that such that if you are on a motor, or possibly even in a car, you are only able to see the next person coming.
Exactly.
And the oncoming vehicles, motorists, and even pedestrians, and that could be dangerous.
It is. It's not good. It is dangerous. And talking about it, let's just give out this traffic awareness advice that if you are driving or riding in thick dust, just turn on your headlight so that the approaching vehicle would know that there's a vehicle ahead of you. Because if those lights are not on, especially in the night or towards evening, it can lead to an accident. But not even in the evening. I am reliably informed and schooled to know that if you are riding or driving in fog, you need to turn on your headlight to give an indication to an oncoming vehicle that there's a vehicle ahead. So if you don't do that, sometimes it leads to accident. But I agree with you that contractors who are working on roads and they are dusty must just water it to reduce the amount of dust that comes from it. I was pointing to the Boston Congo stretch of road just after the bridge, and then the Ket Okreku sports stadium. That stretch, when these vehicles run on it, the amount of dust that engulfs the area is terrible. So much so that the assemblyman of the area had to come out to try a way of watering it. I know construction works have started and it's ongoing. We are hoping that the contractor will take this advice also to constantly water that stretch of road. But the road situation need to be fixed. People need their roads fixed for several reasons. You see, I can confidently say that if roads are fixed, maybe it will reduce our rural-urban migration syndrome, because a lot of people can even opt to stay at a distance and work within town, because it will open up the transport business as well. So it gives people the opportunity to travel to and fro. Let's not get to the point where the youth would come out and say that they are disappointed in leadership, because mostly when you are going into for this contest, there are several promises that you make, and there are several requests that the people make. You see, the youth of Bull come out today because they feel that their leaders have neglected them for so long. They feel that their leadership in parliament or in various state institutions are disappointing them, and that is why they want to take the bull by the horn by making this noise, so that if the leadership have failed to make the noise, then the appropriate corners that yes, we have heard this. The deception on the Busa roads have been far too long. We don't know whether, but we want to now see action, and until we see the action, they are even calling on the change of a contractor if they can, because they now feel, they think, or communication getting to them indicate that it's possible the contractor is the hurdle, is the reason why the roads are not being fixed. These are some of the rumors we are hearing, that it's possible the contractor is the reason why the roads are still where they are. So if it's a contractor, if you listen to the statement from the Busa South youth, they are saying then you change the contractor. They are picking cue from the Mampugu Mwadure district, which is closer to them, where an entire district, they claim, the Busa South youth think that they should taste development first. That thinking. But if you go from the Wesi Bridge, after the Wesi Bridge, you are riding or driving on a tarred road through into the Yagaba, through, and why have we been neglected? We even got a district before them. So those are some of the comparisons they make. Yes, it may not be a healthy comparison, but if you also look at it, they have a point.
But then, isn't it the assemblies that assemblies and maybe let's say regional authorities that ensure that these contractors do their work instead of putting the blame on the contractor?
So if we don't know who to point hands on, and we know this is the name of the contractor, we'll have to mention the name of the contractor. If the contractor feels that there are people sabotaging my work, the contractor should also come out and name. If we get that name, then we'll shame. But if you keep quiet, then who do we point fingers at? You are the only visible person we know that you are responsible to complete the road. So if there is an issue hindering the construction of the road, come out and let us know. I don't know if the contractor has returned to work after the long holiday, Christmas holiday they had, but I believe that by now they should return to site. And so I know there are other communities that will also be calling this the Pulmonco, this Sirgo Road, the Bolga Sirgo Road. Yeah, Bolga Sirgo Road to I rode there. I just realized the patching they did, was it what they call the coatal they poured on it, has started eroding again. These are not the kind of road constructions we want to be done. So yes, roads are very paramount. But Muta, yesterday, I know it's one of the topics we are going to discuss about the CJ not finding a prima facie case against the EC chair and her deputies and also the OSP. When I saw the news item, I smiled. I smiled because for many, this is what they will refer to as restoring confidence in the independency of our state institutions or the arms of government. You know, over the time, there's been this finger pointing to the independency of our institutions. But I feel that this verdict from the CJ would give some people confidence that our judiciary is working again. But to some others, they'll feel that no, the right work wasn't done, and maybe we may be seeing more petitions coming in the coming days. But then I was speaking to a friend, and he was asking, so what would have, is it possible that this decision was arrived due to the perception, the position of Ghana in the perception index? You know, Ghana has fallen in rank this time round. And if you read the report, it indicated that one of the reasons why Ghana has fallen in rank is the removal of the CJ. And the way and manner they went about with it. So the person was asking, could this be the reason why the decision against the EC chair, her deputies, and the OSP was taken in this manner? I don't know. But I am of the view that a petition was presented to the president for their removal. The CJ with his group of people thoroughly went through the petitions, and they made a conclusion that has been upheld by the President of the Republic, a conclusion that has been made public to the people of Ghana, a conclusion that has settled in well with the many of Ghanaians. I, for instance, I am happy that the conclusion hasn't seen to the accent of the OSP and then the EC. Reason being that I felt that if they had taken out the EC chair, it could have set a precedence of, okay, so for every government that comes in, we are going to replace our own EC. Then what is now going to be said of our democracy? Could it now be the narrative that we are appointing our own EC chair so that we can have our way out during elections? But this decision by the CJ goes a long way to cement our position as a democratic sovereign state, understanding the essence of democracy and how it can benefit the people and the development going forward. So if you ask me what I take, what my position on the CJ's decision, for me, I feel that it's a decision that is going to settle in well with many of Ghanaians who were scared about changing EC bosses when a new government comes in. It was unfortunate what happened to Charlotte Osei and her deputies, but we didn't need to have a precedent being set. So I read through the comment under Felix Kwachi Fosu's post, for Minister for Government Communications, and there were expressions of disappointment, largely from sympathizers of the NDC who knew that this was going to be a done deal. When we win power, we're going to ax her out. We're going to ask them. We're going to push
it was
them.
even part of their campaign.
So this comes as a huge disappointment. But let's look at the bigger picture here. How is it going to benefit the nation in the international limelight? How are we going to be seen by our partners out there? Are they going to embrace us when we talk about democracy? When we talk about so now what happens is that going forward, the other measures we need to put in to ensure that the state institutions work as independent as they are. I don't believe that they weren't working independently. I knew they were working independently. But for the allegations that were made against them, some with evidence, we are hoping and appealing that this should go a long way to help our state institutions be their own bosses and work independently. So it's happy to know the OSP is not going anywhere. It is happy to know that the EC chair and her deputies are not going anywhere. But this is not a fight that is just going to be laid low. I know some other petitions are going to come. But in whatever, that is what makes us a state with the rule of law. If you don't understand anything, if you think something was done wrongly, you go and petition.
Or you go to court.
And then the court of law will now adjudicate your case for you. So, yes, the disappointment there, Charlie.
They come.
Then the sarcasm from the other side. You know your other people too. It's also going to come. But whatever it is, let's know that Ghana has won at the end of the day.
Ghana has won. It's beautiful. It's good to see governance go this way, especially if you monitor the 2024 campaign season, how commentaries were being done about the actions of the EC and her deputies, and the fact that this new government have come in and petitions actually have been sent. I think it was even sent during the previous administration, and also so. And this time around, this administration received those petitions, forwarded to the CJ per the dictate of the Constitution, and finally we are hearing that there haven't been any doing that has been that is against these individuals. And President of the Republic of Ghana have also accepted it. Looking at the comments that we had heard during the campaign season, you would definitely know, like you said earlier, that some political actors would not be happy with the decision that has been given by the Chief Justice, and especially some advocates who as well have seen this man, Oliver Baka-Vamowo, write commentaries about it here and there, and he's so not happy because of the issue concerning SAR, where they were not given the chance to elect their member of parliament for almost about 4 years or 8 years, and that alone, he felt that the Electoral Commission should have been asked. There should have been some level of punitive measures put in place to ensure that some of those things will not occur again. But then, that is the law. The law is the law. We are praying that we all abide by this, and also caution ourselves as citizens and as public service workers that our body language, our utterances should also be measured. I think some of these concerns have come simply because some persons had made certain comments and have said certain things that the people make conclusions that they were against a certain group of people or a certain political party. I think if we are measured by some of these things, it would at least reduce the kind of the level of anger that sometimes citizenry mounts on people who are holding offices. Even looking at days running, getting to the elections, the level, the kind of mistakes that you could see occur, that ballot papers were misprinted, serial numbers were mismatching here and there, then you would allude to some of these criticisms that people are making, that the individuals manning those offices are not doing things right. It is just so good that it is within this particular administration that some these investigations have been done and they have been cleared. And so no matter what it is, today all of us can stick our necks out and say that the Electoral Commission is not as bad as we hear in the media or we hear in commentaries by political actors. And so we should trust them and give them the benefit of the doubt that no matter what it takes, what it is, they will be able to work and fix the system. Elections in every country, every democracy, is almost like the should I say that line that connects every dot to ensure that democracy functions and functions properly. If elections are not conducted well, if elections are not conducted with transparency, and a body like the Electoral Commission must be careful on how they conduct elections periodically. And so we are just calling on them that the key people who were mentioned during this period, I think there are three people, they should see it as a vindication of their work, and that Ghanaians trust them, and we want to see them do even more, such that we have elections that we conducted in this country, pronouncement being made, whether it is for MPP or it is for NDC or CPP, PNC or any other political party, whoever wins. Like Farijan said during the 2012 election petition, the elections are won at the polling station. Elections are won at the polling station, and that is why you realize that during the during this particular election, during the 4 elections, the National Democratic Congress seemed to have put up measures to ensure that there was no rigging of that sort anywhere. They had made sure that persons who were manning the various polling stations by way of polling station various party agents did their work vigilantly and monitored everything that happened there, to the extent that they had put up softwares that would be able to help them collate their results timely. And I think that is how we should move as a nation, that political parties take the responsibility of policing elections and not make comments that inflame tension, that inflame passion, and all to the extent of causing chaos during elections period. That is why sometimes we lose lives, because if people begin to make comments that are not tasteful, others could go out there and cause harm. And so we are all responsible. We should all be measured in whatever we do, and most especially the politicians, the political actors, they are those who have the power. We are pleading on them to see these things as a measure to ensure that all of us do things rightly. Your last word before.
Oh yeah. For me, I think that Ghana is one. We We have an enviable record when it comes to upholding our democratic credence, and so let's guard it jealously.
Yeah.
Let's guard it jealously, and then for me, let's believe in our arms of government. Let's believe in the judiciary. Let's believe in our executive. Let's believe that they can do what it takes to help our country. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't make informed, critical critique when it becomes necessary. And one of the critiques and critical conversations we are having is the decision that has been taken by the CJ. For many who were worried that if the final decision was that the prima facie case has been determined and so the committee should be set up for investigation, which could probably lead to the ousting of the EC and the OSP, it will lay a certain tone which will not order well for the democracy of this country. We are one people under the rule of law. Let's uphold that first, Ghana first, before any political party or any political sentiment. So I uphold this decision, and I pray that in as much as you may feel disappointed, if you feel that you still have to send a petition, kindly do so that we'll allow the rule of law.
They should allow the sleeping dogs lie.
Well, the sleeping dogs, they can't lie.
There is
I'm more the lie.
As you allow sleeping dogs lie, I think they has been settled, and we have to congratulate the CJ. Looking at the pressure that possibly could have been mounted on him, not necessarily coming directly, but observing the scene, what actually has transpired in our politics. You would have been thinking that he would toe a certain line. The fact that he has stamped his feet on the ground,
he's his own man.
He has really done well. So we have to praise him. We have to then comment and say that others should also look.
Before I go, your polling station is how much? 2 cedis or is it 5 cedis? Or is it 10 cedis? 10 cedis. 10 cedis to pick up a form to be a polling station executive.
You want to go?
Oh, the 10 cedis here also.
Anyway, it's expensive.
Which, 10 cedis there, everybody it's on the low side though, Anna. Anyway, your party and the plans and strategies you want to use, right? Anyway, good morning. You are welcome. I hope everyone is fine.
I'm good. Hope you are fine too.
I'm good, my brother. Muta, over to you.
All right. So we're going for a short musical break. We'll be back here shortly. Please don't touch your dial. Let it be locked here on A1 Radio 101.1 megahertz. Where this show is also on YouTube. You can go and then watch our YouTube videos and then follow us and subscribe to us as well.
Do Cool, a leading water manufacturing company in the Upper East region, as part of its corporate social responsibilities, presents the maiden edition of the Upper East Street Music Awards coming off this weekend. DUSA exists to recognize, honor, and promote outstanding talent within the Upper East region by creating a credible and transparent award platform, empowering emerging and established artists, encouraging creativity, originality, and professionalism, uniting stakeholders in music, arts, and entertainment, showcasing the region's culture and talents to Ghana and beyond.
Performing live at the event are Terminator G, Ona Boy, Adongo Fauzia, Unibia, Yakubu Dua, and other sensational artists to thrill your night. Vote for your favorite nominee to become the best male or female vocalist, songwriter of the year, most popular song of the year, album, EP of the year, group of the year, Koloko artist of the year, rap performance of the year, best Afrobeat artist, best reggae dancehall artist of the year, best Afro pop song, producer of the year, new artist of the year, and artist of the year. Who has the bragging right to walk away with a brand new car, motorcycle, and cash prizes?
Join your favorite MC and hype man, Kentonka, also known as Energy, this Saturday, 21st February 2026, 7 p.m. prompt at the stadium entrance, Bolga. Remember, it's a free gate event. For inquiries, call 0537-850-906 or 0533-564-635.
Tana so ma biete rela dukuru wata bama de ne seba ko hal kosu onala apa ito so no dukuru yete ai la di bama yete batin la nu mi bo ne salwa mbo apa iso no ya la bama interese na mbala elete ade dingo bo ala seba yuma te badawa bonala stadium kazala a doctor paklabala zo sampa habine na mitsina te asibi dara mbala tuwaka bonabili di no pola gugu ayopoy tanka pa himma bihoso wanka ero yero so tam yele so tayila tarati di wa de la yo osanwa wawa wayo so de ya so de la yo de ko kere sawa danala de zekba de somba ti de na ken so
where them there joke at them I want me to set them out many years and that way it take man to build me things and an idiot.
All right, so you welcome back. One Radio 101.1 megahertz. We're going to start our conversation now, and the political party reps, not all of them are in, but Matthew Moses is here. Moses Amwa is here. Let's start whilst we wait for the NDC to join us if they would. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well.
I'm great. Yeah. Hope you're fine too.
Not bad at all. How is the MPP doing?
The MPP is doing very well. As you are aware, we have just finished our presidential primaries, and the National Council and National Executive Committee meetings were held some 2 days ago, and they've actually announced timelines and the guidelines for our internal reorganization.
Okay.
And as we speak, the party is poised. We are ready, and everybody is calm and waiting for those times to reach, so that we'll reorganize our party. And the whole idea is geared towards the 2028 elections. We want to make sure that latest by September this year, all structures of our party would have been reorganized, have our executives in place, and the party is ready to prosecute the 2028 elections. So, as we speak, everybody, you see that there's calm now in the party. Those days before even the party took the decision to organize the presidential primaries first, you see that jabs were being thrown on social media, in the mainstream media. Those days, they call this person, and they give it to each other, and all that. And ever since the party announced the timelines, or probably the date for the presidential primaries, you saw the jabs and the tantrums that were being thrown at each other's the various camps. Okay, Dr. Baumia's camp, Dr. Brian Champon, Honorable Kennedy Japan. You saw that the supporters were at each other's throat and all that. And at a point in time, the campaigns were becoming very, very nasty. But we thank God that after the presidential primaries, there has been that calm. There's some intentional gradual return of normalcy, peace and unity coming back to the party. So we thank God for that, and even though we haven't achieved total return of peace and unity, we expect in the coming days people will reflect, people would come back to their real selves, and people would have been rested enough to join the flag bearer and the whole party machinery to prepare and work tirelessly towards 2028. So you see that there's some kind of fresh air, if you've observed, ever since after the presidential primaries, there's some fresh air blowing within the new patriotic party, and we are poised, we are ready, and we are going to hold this incompetent NDC government to their promises. And you see that recently the cocoa issue, they are running helter-skelter, and they betrayed the cocoa farmers, they betrayed every farmer in this country, and the party is making
the
sure
cocoa
that
issue is not
hold them.
it's not bad for conversation. I would ask you further questions on
Yes,
this,
I
and that will
understand,
change
I'm
that
only
will
just
change the
saying that the
conversation.
party
So
is resolute,
yes.
and we are holding the NDC to its own promise.
All right.
Because if you promise that you are going to increase cocoa bag, price of cocoa bag from 3,600 to 6,000, and then you come today, you are in power, and you are now actually not even maintaining the 3,600, but you are reducing it to 2,500. That is scam, and that is sakawa. So the people, the farmers are angry, and I tell you that the 2028 election is going to be a different ball game together. Because if you promise heaven and you come and you are delivering hell, the people will not sit aloof. So we are going to hold them accountable. Every single promise they make, we in the MPP will make sure that we hold them accountable to it.
Okay.
Because you cannot throw dust into the eyes of the Ghanaian people.
Let's put that aside. Would you be able to tell us your outline, the activities that you're going to be running from the now onwards?
Yeah. So briefly, I am not having the templates or probably the timelines of head, but March, the whole of March is going to be a membership registration.
Okay.
That is where the party at the base level, the polling station level, we are going to register all members of our party at the various polling stations. So for instance, me sitting here talking to you, I'm the constituency secretary of Navrongo Central, but I belong to a polling station. Okay, so I must make sure that my name is registered or is kept inside the polling station register, so that on the day of the polling station elections, if I want, or if if I'm available, I can go and take part in the polling station elections. So the whole of March is dedicated for membership registration at the various polling stations, and the officers in charge of this membership registration is our gallant polling station executives who have been manning these polling stations for the past 4 years. So we dedicating the whole of March for that. April is going to be some verification, and also we are going to do some verification and entry of this data into the party management system. And May, we expect May to be the polling station, and also I'm not too sure of the time, but I believe that I'm correct. May is going to be polling station and electoral area elections. June will be electoral area elections, and then by July we'll have the constituency elections, and I think by August or so we will be having the regional elections, and by September I need to look inside my phone to be able to give you the accurate timelines that have been designed by the National Executive Committee of our party. So by September would have been done with polling station, electoral area, constituency, regional elections, our branch elections. And when we say branch elections, we are talking about diaspora, those who are outside the country.
Okay.
Then we will also be done by September. Who would have been done by national elections, and the party would have been ready for 2028. So that's it.
What significance does this play to the development of the party and the reorganization process of the party?
Yes, so it's very, very significant, very important in the forward march for our party. You know that for since 1992, not only the MPP, even the NDC, we've had gentlemen and women from various polling stations, and the NDC call it branch, manning these political parties at the various polling stations. At the electoral areas, we have people who are supposed to coordinate the affairs of the party. At the constituency level, we have gentlemen and women who are supposed to be steering the affairs of the party, and all levels of the party. We have people who have been put in place to man the party's affairs. So, and they are always giving 4-year mandates to to steer the affairs of the party. So in that case, the last time the party had this reorganization program was in 2022. Okay, and we are in 2026 now. So what it means is that their mandate have elapsed or probably has expired. And when you listen to our General Secretary yesterday, even National Council had to extend the mandate of the current executives for some time so that they'll be able to handle the party, okay, prior to the election or selection of new executives. So it's very, very significant. At the end of the day, party members across the country would have been given that opportunity, and of course that is that democratic rights or probably privilege to elect or select leaders at various levels to steer the affairs of the party, and this is democracy. We are practicing what we call the 1992 constitutional democracy, which is in tandem with our party constitution and all that. So it's very important for members of the party. It's very important for the party itself. People who held positions will be given the opportunity to account to the party. If you have done well, the membership of the party will probably repose confidence back to you to continue your work. And if you haven't done well, if the people assess you and think that you haven't conducted or probably done your work very well, they would probably change someone else to steer the affairs of the party. So we are looking at electing or selecting new executives to handle the party into the 2028 election. So it's very, very significant and very important to the welfare and well-being of our party.
All right. But then, what about those who had mentioned that you were supposed to do this before you go in electing your flag bearer?
Yes. So Mutakil, I think that I don't. That is their opinion. We don't begrudge them for holding that opinion. But the party, like I said, is governed by a constitution and is run or probably is operated by these constitutional provisions and some conventions, and the only body within our party that has the right or probably that has those powers to decide
so
what should be done at
is the election of the flag bearer going to impact the early election of the flag bearer are going to have a positive impact on your current elections?
Exactly. So that is what I was explaining, that the body mandated within our party to decide what should be done at a particular time lies with the National Council. Okay, and the last year, 2025, the National Council held a meeting, and in their own wisdom, they thought that the flag bearer elections should come first. Okay, and that is what has happened. And I'm saying that even before that, we explained to you. I remember some time ago I was in this your studio, and I explained the rationale behind organizing the presidential primaries first before the party structural reorganization. And you see, at the end of the day, the decision has vindicated, or the actions or whatever the outcome of it has vindicated the National Council and all of us in the MPP. You see that there's some fresh air early in the day in the party. Nobody, you don't get up and hear about Mia and Kennedy supporters attacking each other unnecessarily. You don't get up and hear Dr. Brian Champons and then Dictum supporters attacking each other unnecessarily. We have put that behind us, and we are ready, and we are fired up towards 2028. We have elected a flag bearer who has ample time. Okay, from now till 2028 will be 3 good years.
All right.
So the flag bearer will have that ample time to campaign Okay, the party will have that peace of mind. The party will have that kind of healthy posture and demeanor towards the 2028 election, and that is the rationale behind conducting this presidential primaries very, very early. And I think that at the end of the day, it has vindicated the party, it has vindicated the National Council, and we are fired up, we are ready for the 2028 election. So that decision was good, and as we speak, people are even giving thumbs up to the proponents of that policy.
Okay, thanks a lot for talking about this morning with us. Let's look at the other issue that has to do with the CJ's view on the EC and OSP's removal petition that was sent to the presidency. That should be late last year.
Yeah.
The presidency received some petitions, about 7 petitions, and he had forwarded that to the Chief Justice per Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution. The CJ says he has not found any prima facie case against these people, and so they should not be removed. What do you make of the outcome?
Yes, so Mutake, before I even move to that, on the issue of our reorganization, let me use this opportunity to call on everybody within our party, the members, the current executives, former members of parliament, former MMDCs, former parliamentary candidates, and everybody who matter within the MPP, that this is the party finds itself at a crossroad. We know the times we find ourselves. We are in opposition now, and we have, even though we have a very incompetent government in place now, they are very determined and desperate to to win 2028. So we have to double our steps. We have to do all it takes to make sure that we come back to power in 2028 to continue the good works that we used to do for the people of Ghana. So I will urge everybody, every stakeholder within our party, that going into the reorganization process, let's all do our best to get the right men and women in place to steer the affairs of the party, especially the polling stations, because that's where the work is done. At the constituency level, constituency executives are only there to coordinate. At the regional level, they are only there to coordinate. But at the polling station level, that's where the real work is done. That's where the engagement with the electorate, that's where the policing of the ballot papers, that's where you need to be very vigilant, you need to be very accommodating, you need to be very vociferous, you need to be very engaging so that you can convince people to vote for the party.
All right.
But if you go and elect people, or you go and select people based on your relationship with those people, or probably because of your interests, because I want to become constituency secretary, I will put my friends there or my relatives there to vote for me. At the end of the day, I will become constituency secretary, but the work at the polling station would not be done. So let's try our possible best to get the right men and women and put at the various structures of the party, so that they can be able to steer the affairs of the party very well, so that we can deliver 2028 for our party and everybody in the country. Yes, to the issue of the petitions, I think there were about 10, right? And seven of them were targeting the electoral commissioner and her deputies, and then 3 of them were targeting the special prosecutor. Mutaki, right from day one, you see, we have always told these people that, you see, the emotional kind of anger, the emotional reaction that they've had against the electoral commissioner and her deputies and the OSP and all those things wasn't the way to go. we've told them, especially as for the OSP, sometimes in the past, I even believe that I on this your show in the past, I made it clear that the president should have fired him, okay, because he has proven to be a talkative and not a doer. And we want people who would be action driven, people who would achieve results for us as a country, because you were appointed, okay, to do a specific job, and for years now you are enjoying the laissez of the state. All of us, our taxes are put together and make sure that you and your staff are well catered for. You've been given accommodation. You've been given an ultra modern office. You've been given a very big car to drive around, and you've been given a mandate. Okay, above all, you've been given a mandate to prosecute corruption and corruption-related issues in this country. And for years now, we cannot even pinpoint one case that you have significantly prosecuted, okay, to the admiration of we the Ghanaian people who entrusted this mandate into your hands. You are there, and anytime you hold a press conference, it's all about cock and bull stories. We are not able to pinpoint Mr. A who have misappropriated state funds, that you have kept the person behind bars. We cannot, okay, pinpoint some substantial amount of money that you have been able to recover to the state, because some people have wrongfully kept those funds into their pockets and diverted those funds, and we continue to glorify you and keep you in that same office. For some of us, well, it's a personal opinion, but for me, I think that the special prosecutor should have been shown the exit by now, okay, because he has proven to be a very incompetent person, somebody who have been put in the office to just engage in some shenanigans and PR gimmicks, okay, to sway the attention of the Ghanaian people into believing that he is actually doing the work, when in actual fact he is doing nothing. Okay, so for some of us, we think that it's high time this man should be shown the exit. But for the electoral commissioner,
if you are saying this, are you fair to the OSP as an office and the special prosecutor Kisi Ejabin? He has mentioned severally that they have been able to recoup some monies for recover some monies for the country. Isn't it enough? What else do you want him to be doing?
See,
he has made efforts in prosecuting some people. That is why currently we have the issue surrounding the former finance minister. Are you not happy that he is working in this regard to at least take away people's perceptions around corruption?
You see, Mutakil, yes. If you were listening to me very well, I said that, you see, the special prosecutor was appointed, okay, to play an independent role, okay, in the fight against corruption. And that means that he wouldn't be dictated, or probably he wouldn't be at the what do you call it, he wouldn't be ordered by the executive or probably any arm of government to do his work. He was appointed to do an independent job.
Yes.
He was appointed, okay, to fight corruption and corruption-related issues. And what does that mean? What it means is that people, okay, public officials who in one way or the other, okay, might have misappropriated state funds, knowingly or unknowingly, should be brought to book, and these funds should be recovered.
Yes.
And I'm saying that, look, how much? Just listen to how much has the OSP recovered to the state, as against how much we spend monthly to take care of he and his people. How much has he recovered? As against how much the state, okay, continues to spend to take care of he and his people in those offices. You understand? Tell me any one single soul. I stand to be corrected, but show me any single soul that this what do you call it? This special prosecutor have been able to put behind bars to serve as a deterrent to other people or other public officials who harbor the intention of probably dipping their hands into state coffers the next time. So and that is the intention. The intention in the fight against corruption. The fight against corruption. There are only two goals, in my opinion, and those goals are that you recover what have been stolen, and then the other thing is to punish the perpetrators of some of these corrupt acts, to serve as a deterrent to future, what do you call it, potential corrupt people. You understand?
The 2025 half-year yearly report, they announced that, or they revealed that they have actually recovered about $2 million US dollars and about 8.5 million Ghana cedis. There are other persons who have been taken to court and currently going through prosecutions, and they are pursuing others too as well. You don't think that the Special Prosecutor Office is doing its best to ensure that corruption is kept in the country?
Yes, so Mutakil, I'm saying that, you see, I haven't said that they haven't recovered any money. I'm saying that it is insufficient. Okay, look at the budget for the OSP, the 2025 budget allocated for the Office of the Special Prosecutor, and just oppose it with what he has recovered for the states. He should have done more. And I'm saying that above all, he should have kept people behind bars to serve as a deterrent. He should have proven to us, okay, the independent nature that we all wanted him to be. He should have proven that to us by punishing people, keeping people behind. Look, he has made it now. The office, he has proven to us that, like, now the office is now between he and why is Ken Oforiatta the only, let me say, alleged corrupt official in this country.
So it is the Ken Oforiatta issue.
In the past, the NDC, John Mahama first term, is he saying that there weren't corrupt officials in that regime? Is he saying that the past
government within the previous administration have been investigated, including the current president? Where
has those issues gotten to?
He was investigated, and
I'm saying that not even I am saying that I stand to be corrected, but you need to show me one.
You remember the Airbus issue?
I remember the investigate. I'm saying that where has it gotten to? Have you seen any successful prosecution where an individual have been jailed for corruption? Every day, haven't you seen people being jailed for stealing goods, even fowls and all those things? Is it the case that our justice delivery system in this country, the rich and the so-called big men, when you steal with pen, that one is not stealing? So they need to do more. So look, let's look for a very competent person and put in that office.
So Kifili Jabe must go.
For me personally, I don't speak. This one is not the MPP's opinion, but for me, Moses personally, I think that man must go so that we get a very competent person who will come and be more radical in the fight against corruption. Because this man is dilly-dallying with the issues. He's dilly-dallying with the issues, and we are not seeing. He will just be there some months, some months you just organize press conference and talk big, and that ends it. Since the last press conference he held, have you heard of him again?
You've had. He
made noise about red notice, Interpol alert, and all those things. Haven't they removed Ken Oforiatta's name?
We've had members of the NDC. We had some members of the NDC criticize Chrissy Jabin for the works that he's doing. We've also had persons like you criticizing him for the works that he is doing. For the fact that we have both party members criticizing, don't you think that he's doing something right?
No, for me, I you see, it's about the work. It's about the country. It's not about which political party is saying what. For me, some of us, we are looking at the work being done.
Okay.
So Look, I'm saying that you have mentioned an amount that he has recovered for the country, and I'm saying that you look at the budget. I was just looking at the budget allocated to his office.
All right.
For 2025, which is about 146,750,289. Okay, for the 2025 year. This amount is colossal. Have been allocated to his office. Just oppose this amount to how much he said he has recovered for this country. And I'm saying that mention one single soul, I stand to be correct, mention one single soul that Kisia Jabing and his people have successfully kept behind bars, okay, for misappropriating state funds.
Moses, someone speaks for the New Patriotic Party, NPP, here in the Upper East region. We want to go on the telephone line and speak to our good brother, Jonathan Abdallah Salifu. He is the Regional Communications Officer for the National Democratic Congress, NDC, to contribute his voice on this particular topics that we are discussing this morning. Jonathan, good morning and welcome to Daybreak Upper East.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, I hope you are doing well.
I'm okay.
Thank God.
God willing, I've gotten some breakfast.
That's good.
Yeah, some good watching with Bakuma and
please don't whet our appetite this morning.
And because of the management of the economy, it's not manageable, you know.
So you can go 1-1-1.
Oh yeah, you can go 1-1-1 throughout.
Let's hear you. What?
Moses, my brother. It has been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Moses is extending his greetings to you this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. You put the Wachi aside small so we can have this conversation this morning a bit, then you go back to it again.
That's okay.
Yes. So tell us, we're looking at the party reorganization plan, and then the issue regarding the CJ's receiving the petition, the various petitions, and giving us his verdict. Let's look at your party, for instance. What is it that you are doing currently that is inuring to the benefit of the party in terms of our reorganization process?
Let me officially say good morning to all our listeners. Yourself and your producers. For our party organization, we have sent registers down to the branches for new members to be registered. We started this on the 10th. So today is exactly 10 days after we sent out the registers. And so far so good. Let me say thank you to the constituency executives, the constituency election directors, the branch executives who have agreed on their own to carry out this exercise on behalf of the party. So far so good. We have not had any complaints. I think some books are rather getting full, and they are requesting for more. That tells you how attractive the NDC is. Because we sent out the registers just some 10 days ago, and some of the books are already full.
Wow.
And they are requesting for new books, which we are making sure that they all get to continue with registration. So that is the first phase. When that is done, we'll go to the electoral area. We call them wards, ward coordinators. After that, we'll come to constituency, we'll come to regional. Regional will be somewhere in November. Constituency will be somewhere in October. The national will be December. So we still have some few months to go. So that is what we are doing, and everything is working out perfectly. There's no problem. I think the MPP that has decided to adopt the top-down approach are done with their presidential. They are now coming to, constituency, branches to go up again. That is up to them. They have given their reasons for doing it in the reverse way. We wish them all the best. As we have been told, there are so many ways of killing the cat. So if they decided to do it the top button approach, that is up to them. Nobody holds a grudge against their approach. And
they have mentioned severally that it has brought sanity to the party, and that it is a plan that your party, the NDC, definitely would be copying.
I don't think so. You see, reorganization, because use the same delegate system who voted for Bamia in the 2023 presidential primaries. Okay, so let's use the same delegates, because the same delegates gave him a better deal, and they can still give him a better deal. So that's the main reason why they decided to do the presidential elections first. And I mean, it helped him, even though he didn't get up to. He didn't perform as well as he did the last time. Okay, that in itself is a dent on his image, because he couldn't even get what he got when he was a sitting vice president. Now, the margin he got tells us that apart from the candidates increasing in number, majority of them, not majority, many of them, about 30-something% of them says they don't have trust in him as a presidential candidate. That is what it means. But like I said, who doesn't know that about me? It's a damaged goose already. So whether they have their scheme to bring him back with the old delegate system, or they are changing the new delegate system to bring him back, Bamia is Bamia. Nothing will change. This is a man whose record can always be referred to as the vice president and head of the economic management team, as the economic messiah we know him to be, as they claim. I mean, his record is out there. The digitalization man, we know. That is a man who went to the Ghana airport, the international airport, and couldn't even get one of his digitalization system open the gate for him to pass. So
you see that you are finding it convenient to talk about Baumia on this issue instead of talking more about your party organization. The MPP says that you fear Baumia. That is why you actually didn't want him to lead the party. Isn't that a statement that you should be concerned about?
I don't think so. I, for instance, from a distance, I was supporting Bamia. I wanted him to win, and I've made my point clear that if I have ever beaten you, Mutawakilu, and there's a free-for-all fight, I don't go trying to see what I can manage, whether I can manage with Moses or not. I'll come to you directly.
Okay.
Yeah, so before we have ever beaten him with a very huge margin, over 1.5 million, you know, I mean, he can easily be beaten next time. Not to a point, we wanted him to be part of the system because their abysmal performance, okay, once they were in government, he cannot exonerate himself from it.
All right.
If it were to be Brian, or even Brian was in government, let's say Kennedy Japan, or the other Japan, what is his name? Kwabena Japan.
So
some of them could have said that, oh, we are not part of the government, we are not part of the mess. We are bringing our own ideas, we are coming with new things.
Okay.
But that cannot be said by Bamia.
All right. So
all the economic mess that we saw before we came into government was created by he and his team.
Okay.
You link him from it.
We want us to move to the next topic, but before that, do you have a message for party members, possibly, or the general public, with regards to your current plan for registering new members?
The registers are in every polling station. Every polling station. In fact, people have called me privately to ask how they can register, and I tell them, look, just go to your polling station. Ask for any of the polling executives, and they will do the registration for you. What you need to do is to only be a card-bearing member of, you need to hold a national voters ID card to qualify you to be registered.
Not a Ghana card?
No. Because sometimes we pick the data from the EC. But assuming you turn 18, after the last exercise for registration was done, you can go with your Ghana card, they'll put you on it.
Okay.
So there's no any ambiguity about how the process is being done. And like I said, when I met the TAIL students this weekend at BTU, I urged all of them to make sure that they become members. Our dues is not so much to pay, 1 cedi a month, and that is good to go. At least get to be extra. Don't forget we are a social democratic party. Yeah, so for we don't charge so much.
So let's look at the issue regarding the OSP and then the Electoral Commission with regards to the petitions that were put together to get them removed. The CJ says that there is no prima facie case that has been found against them.
Did I hear Moses speak against the special prosecutor? He says he should be fired, and that we are wasting resources on that man when his output is little. Hey, I'm surprised. Moses is a Kufado's appointee. This is the same man, you people, who was after President Mahama when it comes to the hungers and the rest. You people used to make reference to him when he was investigating President Mahama. When he decided to come after some NDC officials, we were all happy. Because they have been one of the most intelligent lawyers we ever had. What has changed today? The gentleman is simply doing his work. You see, one thing about running after criminals sometimes doesn't only end with prosecution or getting people jailed. It has to also do with retrieval of resources, state resources. And that the special prosecutor has indicated that they have been able to retrieve resources from people they believe had done something wrong to the country or have looted. That the special prosecutor have said. We are just one year in office. If under their regime he couldn't jail one person, that is their own problem. But of course, we will continue to urge the special prosecutor to do his best. He has a tenure of office. When his tenure ends and the president feels that his tenure should not be renewed, that be it, he will go. But as we speak, the president, knowing who he is, a democratic man as he is, will want every independent body to operate independently. So he has no interest in interfering in the work of the special prosecutor or the EC official or SRAG or anybody. It's not like President Akufo-Addo, who ran after Martin Amidu, and they tiptoed to Martin's house in the night, and Martin himself had to write and complain how they were barging into his house, left, right, center, asking him to prosecute people. And you remember here in Ken Ofori-Atta's brouhaha, Martin himself said it. He said they have been today. He cannot say the same of the NDC. We are very gentle when it comes to law enforcement. And we always want things to take its natural course.
But then his Moses' concern has to do with the amount of monies that have been recovered by the OSP's own report and the monies that have been given to him by the state for running his office.
You see, that is a wrong analysis. In fighting crime, you don't just look at how much you are spending. Don't forget, in fighting crime, sometimes you don't even get anything in return. Punishment alone serves as a deterrent. I hope you understand. Not necessarily retrieval. Punishment alone sometimes serves as a deterrent. So for now, because he has not gotten anybody jailed, he might say, oh, what is his record when it comes to punishment? The man says people are still in court. Should he become the judge himself and pass judgment as they were taken to court? No. If there are any delays, we can't blame it on the special prosecutor unless there's evidence to show that he is deliberately delaying with the processes as a special prosecutor. If not, if it is coming from the court based on technical rules and regulations, we allow things to take its natural course. Yeah, so what I want to say is that we are actually in a democratic dispensation being led by somebody who embraces democracy. I'm talking about President Mahama. If we were to be other presidents we have seen in the past, like President Akufo-Addo, but now we saw what President Akufo-Addo did to the former EC chair. We saw what happened. The woman was removed in no time. I don't want to go into the merit of those
But in that case, it wasn't the case that there was a prima facie case found against her.
So if this time there's no prima facie, who is Moses to complain? Who is Moses then complaining to? That is what the law says. The Chief Justice says, after looking at the petitions and examining whatever was brought before him thoroughly, he does not see any prima facie against any of the two. Moses said Chinchina, he has to go because he's after Kenoforiata. Kenoforiata, me, make money. Instead of me to live lavishly in my country, I am hiding and I have become a fugitive in somebody's country. Why? Moses, myself and you who are considered as middle income earners, are we not better in our own country? Where can't we sit and take a bottle of beer or feel free and roam freely? Kenoforiata has been confined with all the billions he has made. He has been confined. Is that a good life to live? No. Let's always live life in moderation. He was already somebody well-to-do. He wanted more. When people were saying that what he was doing amounted to criminality, he refused. Why will you run away from your own country? You are seeking asylum in somebody's country. Why? People were dragged to court, dragged to Yoko, dragged to other state institutions. They have been given bail, they are roaming. Many of the former appointees and national executives, there's something with that chairman, is he not roaming? The NSS people, are they not roaming? But they go to court.
Okay.
So when you go, there are conditions.
Okay.
You should come home and face the law.
All right.
But you see, Moses says the NDC is incompetent. Hey, Moses, why? Did you pass somewhere before coming to the studio or what? Incompetent in which way?
No.
Tell him to explain to me.
No, but then when you say that you making insinuations on myself and
No, that was just on a lighter note.
Okay.
Sorry if probably I got it wrong.
All right.
Yes, what I want to say is that how can the NDC be incompetent when everything about governance today is positive and far, far better than their regime? Let Moses mention one thing that the NDC hasn't done better than them, or they have done better than us. Let me mention one thing.
He mentioned specifically the cocoa prices.
Oh, my brother. Moses is talking about cocoa prices.
Yes.
They should be ashamed. Why? Cocoa is bought, cocoa is sold out. So if the international price of cocoa is down, what do you want government to do? It's the same thing you have to buy. You have to buy from the farmers.
But he said you had promised that you were going to buy 6,000 Ghana cedis per bag.
6,000. Hey, 6,000 at their exchange rate probably. Because cocoa is bought according to one exchange rate and international prices. So did you consider the two factors? No, you asked him.
So it means that
we sold at 16 cities as then, and as against the international price then, we may declare that cocoa farmers deserve more. And if today international prices have come down, the exchange rate is better managed, is down. Let me put it that way. Because it could be high. If it is high, yes, cocoa farmers might enjoy. But many of us, including myself and you, who are benefiting from the reduction of fuel prices and other things, will suffer. Right? So how for where the city is, we all want it that way.
So he says that during their time, they were buying at around 3,000 cedis. You were pushing. Why the U-turn? Why are you now 3,000? But you are reducing it further.
Well, but we gave them more than 3,000. I think we gave them 3,600. And then it came down to the 2,600 or 500, which is a difference of 1,000. And we have explained, there are two factors that goes into the determination of cocoa prices: exchange rate and international market. Exchange rate is stable. International market is low. Finish. It's like fuel products. And that's what government said they are going to restructure the cocoa system and also deregulate it. So that when prices are going up, farmers enjoy. When it comes down, we all know that we are coming down with it. That is all about it. Gold. That is how gold is being sold. 3 days ago, a pound of gold could be sold at, I think, was selling as 13.55. 13,550 something cedis. A pound. As of Tuesday, a pound of gold dropped to 12,077. And that is what gold buyers were buying. Yesterday, it went up to 13,000. Is that not what it's supposed to be? So you see, these are politics who will not fly with cocoa.
All right.
They never got anything to talk about. You wanted to say that my brother Moses and his people, please, it's too early for some of this. You see, even though as Ghanaians, sometimes we have short memory, but it's too early for us to have forgotten of all that they took us through. It's too early. Moses, are you not happy yourself? That now you go to buy fuel, a liter that is just around 11 cedis.
All right. So
are you not happy?
Yeah. So
whether he's not happy that the cost of gas, LPG, has reduced.
You've talked about the OSP. You've talked about the OSP.
The price for the family. The price of Polish rice has reduced, including oil.
Okay. So Abdallah, you talked about the OSP. You've talked about the OSP, Abdallah.
Driving in town. He drives with his glasses rolled up because fuel prices are cheaper under President Mahama. Under his own regime, he couldn't drive with his glasses rolled up. This is my friend, he knows.
Propaganda.
He said that is propaganda. Abdallah.
So look at you.
Yes.
The government is doing well. Just look at 2 days ago.
Yeah.
The external creditors, we have to pay them some money. Since we came, we have not reneged on the debt. They have incurred and left for us. The debt restructuring program they went into, the agreement, we are paying already.
All right. You have made your comments on the OSP. What of the electoral commissioner and the deputies?
The electoral commissioner, look, they said there's no prima facie. Let it be so. If we are not happy with it, with whatever is going on, we'll simply call for reforms. And that is what political parties have been doing. And in fact, the FPP are champions of, what do you call it, reforms when it comes to it all the time. If they are not in power, they want reforms. Now that they are in opposition, don't be surprised next after their internal reorganization, they'll start calling for reforms. We also call for reforms.
Reforms as in what? Reforms like what?
No, the reforms as in how we can improve on our electoral process. Yes, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. So for me, the law says that, the Chief Justice says no prima facie against the woman. Let her be there. Elections are won at the police station. Yeah, even though she has demonstrated in the past not to be on top of the job, President Mahama is not the type who will come and say, because I don't like the way you are fair, you are slim, I don't like you, therefore leave, or you are tough, with black hair, and therefore stay. President Mahama will not do that. He goes according to what the law says. He's a pure Democrat. And the law, the Chief Justice says there's nothing wrong with the woman. And that is it. So she'll continue to be there. We won the elections over 1.5 million votes. The woman had to announce it as the results were. Even though in 2022 she had to come and announce the results like 4 or 5 times. Go and come, go and come, go and come. And at the end of the day, they won with just a small margin with members of parliament, which has never happened. Nonetheless, we don't have a problem. She should carry her cross. The only thing is that Ghanaians are watching. If you want to do anything untoward, the system will not allow you. But we as NDC, we go by what the law says.
Before the 2024 elections, you had made several calls against the electoral commissioner and the deputies, to the extent that you even had organized demonstrations here and there across the various regions. Today, the various petitions that have been submitted and forwarded to the CJ says that she has not committed any crime that demands her removal, and the other deputies too as well. How do you feel?
That's what I said. That tells you how democratic we are as a party. We are not twisting anybody's hands. NDC? No. Everything must work accordingly. according to the law. We had our own observations and reservations about the woman. But the Chief Justice says, look, what has been brought before her cannot warrant the processes leading to her removal. Let's let her be. And we'll go by that. If another group tomorrow feels that they have new evidence, they can tender it in. But for now, the Chief Justice says the woman is clean.
Okay.
We'll respect that. But you see, we have to all be mindful. Because after elections, look, when Ghanaians want to change you, no matter what you do, you won't survive. That one I must tell you. I've seen it in 2016 and I saw it in 2024. These 2 elections alone should teach myself and Moses enough lessons. That President Mahama in 2016 did a lot of infrastructure development. We nicknamed him the Commissioner General. He was commissioning left, right, center. We thought infrastructure alone was enough to win him elections. But Ghanaians felt that there were some few corruption allegation cases against his appointees. And that Akufo-Addo would have done better. Ghanaians who were eating twice a day then thought, with Akufo-Addo they will eat 3 times a day. Yes, no problem. Let's make a change.
Okay.
They made a change and they said, well, lie. This one, it was a big mistake.
All right.
So this time they didn't give President Mahama a small margin of 1.5 million.
All right.
What difference?
Abella.
Because at the point, we couldn't buy anything. Inflation had gone over 50% in Ghana. And all that our friends could tell us was Russia and Ukraine. Today they are bombing more than that. Prices of rice, the rice we go to buy, they are all falling. Including other cereals.
Abella, we appreciate you.
You should go and enjoy and stop talking about the NDC government is incompetent. When you say these people are laughing at you.
Okay.
Yes.
We appreciate your time with us this morning. We want to end it here with you, so we'll get back into the studio and conclude and say goodbye to our listeners. Thanks a lot. We wish you were here in studio for us to have this conversation. But then, that is how the work has taken us to. We appreciate your time.
I'm grateful, though.
All right. So you heard Abdallah Salfo, Jonathan Abdallah Salfo. He is the Regional Communication Officer for the National Democratic Congress, NDC. We're coming back into the studio for Moses Moore to contribute to so say just from some few words, then we allow our listeners to call in.
Yes. So,
but then before that, the landlord has sent us a message. The landlord says, landlord from D-Line says that judicial independence has been restored under the reset agenda. The days when one could have a prior knowledge about how cases could go are gone. Let Ghanaians look forward to receiving judgments that ensure accountability, he says. No more propaganda this holy month. The stolen Ramadan expired rice. My Wale Adam Smith, he says. Wale Adam Smith, they be me. Thanks a lot, landlord, for passing through. Okay, all right. So the landlord is saying that actually the NDC won the elections by over 1.7 million votes. That is the difference. That is what he's saying.
Okay.
Yes, Moses.
You see, my good friend Abdallah, I wish he was here for us to engage, but he seems now they are in power, so he's enjoying, and he doesn't have time to come to the studio. He's sitting at a cozy place enjoying watching with some big meat and all that. So that is what power can do. But see, on a more serious note, Abdallah, you see that when he got to the issue of cocoa, he was fumbling, and then it goes in line with world market prices and the exchange rate and all those. You see,
isn't that true?
I'm saying that when you are campaigning for power, you need to be mindful of what you say. You understand? Cocoa prices are determined by the world market. He's right, and all of us are right. But did they forget that it goes by world market when they were promising, when they were saying that the cocoa farmer was worse off under Akufo-Addo, and that when they come, They are good. I don't know whether he was listening to himself. That they were making those promises based on the then exchange rate. How? Well, he thinks he's talking to dummies or what. You say when you come, so you thought the exchange rate was static or what? You didn't know the exchange rate it changes. You had forgotten that cocoa prices are determined by world market. You say when you come, you are going to let their children have free education. You are going to give them scholarships, and you are going to increase the bag and producer price from 3,600 to 6,000. That's almost 100% increment you promised the people. Now the people voted for you. All these people you went and deceived, they voted for you. Now they are power to them. You have not only maintained the 3,600, you have reduced it to 2,500. That's a farmer is losing about 1,000 cedis per bag, my brother. So and not only not only cocoa farmers. Abdallah is mistaken. And when he was saying that, and then they have deployed some registers to the various communities. People are requesting for more registers, and that the NDC is attracted. I was laughing at him. Probably he is on the high heels of power. He should come down. He should come to a grassroots and talk to people. Farmers are not happy. Go to Navrongo, go to Bolga, go to Bongo, go to Talensen. Farmers, look, do you know that a bag of maize? Farmers are crying. Somebody will buy fertilizer. So look, let's allow me to learn. Just give me a minute to learn. I'm saying that a farmer, look, as you speak, I am told some farmers are actually contemplating committing suicide. They are owing fertilizer dealers. They can't pay. You can imagine you go and buy fertilizer bag 500 cedis. And then a bag of maize, as big as the maize bag is going for around 300, 200. So look, maize farmers, rice farmers are in tears. No farmer, no reasonable farmer will go and put his name in an NDC register looking at what is going on now. So Abdallah is tickling himself and laughing. He will have the shock of his life in the 2028 elections because all the promises. You say you were coming to do 24-hour economy. You were coming to employ people, one job, 3 shifts, 3 people. So people voted based on that. I can tell you, ask Sami, the old ladies in the house, they went and deceived them that they are coming to do 24-hour economy and there will be jobs, there will be whatever. Cocoa farmers all have. You see this 1.7, 1.5 million they are talking about. As we speak, that number will not even be up to million. They have, look, a lot of people have changed their mind to what we call on the perception they had about the NDC. All right. And this is just a year. By 4 years' time, they will even look. The NDC will look. The difference will beat them. They will be surprised. Thank you. Landlord should be enjoying. He thinks it's permanent.
Landlords, let's do bullet. Thanks a lot, Moses Moore. Let's pick the views from our listeners. Those of us who are listening. This is the time for you to call in 0382 091 508 or 0382 095 You can also send us a WhatsApp message on via 0559 700 Let's pick our first caller. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Uprise.
Hello, good morning.
Please, your name, where are you calling from?
Yeah, Joseph. I'm calling from the Central Market.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, by the grace of God, I think it's okay.
All right. Let's hear your view.
Brother Amwa.
All right.
Yeah. What else you
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Joe.
Yeah. You see, I listened to the minority leader the other time when he met TESCON executives. And he was like, they shouldn't stop talking about the cocoa thing. And I was like, is the minority leader just concerned about them keep on talking about the cocoa thing, or it's about solving the problem?
Okay.
He was much on the politics of it. We should just continue let it be a topic. That is all, just a topic, not a solution. But the question I ask is, within the 8 years reign of Akufo-Addo, which year did Cocoa Board perform well that we would say when Afrado took over, everything was okay, that it is Randy Abbey who is destroying that sector. I would have wished we put that debate forward, okay? But all process is like, oh, there's a problem, let's just pin them down. And I think that debate sometimes you don't get the right result, okay? But if I have the power, I think the electoral commissioners would have been gone by now.
Okay.
I don't. That is personally, that's the way I see it. Okay. When you listen to the matter who speak, sometimes he frightens me. Especially elections, when you hear that woman talking, he can easily burn this country when he's speaking. Okay, and he's more practical than a professional. So when you have such a person in holding that position, you just sit on tenderhooks, you don't know what will happen. So I wish she is gone, so that new people will come inside and we'll see how this electoral commission will work.
All right. Thanks a lot, Joe. Joe called us from Central Market. You can also call. Please, when you call, you mention your name and tell us your location. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Price. Landlord.
Few minutes later, me pacho, me pacho me why. Me pacho, me pacho me why.
Landlord.
Good morning to our listeners, especially to you. I know today you have such patterns, isn't it? Hello, who talking?
Yes, I can hear you.
You know, for the first time this year, our Muslim community were so excited.
Yeah.
You know, when we get to the time, we usually buy things for our in-laws. We buy sugar, Milo, and the rest.
Yes.
Yesterday, I went to purchase a bag of sugar. Just 2 years ago, it used to cost 950 Ghana cedi, a bag of sugar. Yesterday, it's now less than 420 cedi. So if you see this, and say that Muhammad is doing something different, it's unto you. But the ordinary Ghanaian who voted for NPP, everyone said, how strange why NPP are carrying the Mahura? We have seen a different NPP and NDC. So I'm also there saying that NDC will vote have reduced. But you see, let's face the reality. Most Emperor, are you aware that all NPP guys in the competitors, they have been asked that when you go to program, try and bring in cocoa issue on that discussion. Whether they brought that issue or not, you just try and bring it to be a topic. On their very platform, they have been asked that, well, if they don't go and say NDC is doing something different with regards to cocoa issue. But I think Ghanaians are so descending. And they know the government who is so caring and the one who is not caring. But you see, Moses, I've been telling you that some of you, if you don't change your communication, it will be difficult to get some vote in the upper East Region here. Because we have seen for the past 8 years. Hello?
All right, yes.
Hello?
Conclude, sir.
Okay, we have seen for the past 8 years of the MPP, the hardship, how they even came to Upper East and then Nabrongo. For the past 8 years, Nabrongo, they haven't got even a child vote in Nabrongo. Meanwhile, you're secretary for Nabrongo and became MPP. They came to Upper East and fought down and spent $12 million there, and there's nothing there.
All right.
I think that will be there. So I'm not going to follow in Northern Ghana.
All right, thank you.
But we have not seen that. And instead of talking about things and blah, 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 Ghanaians and Upper East, we have been selling so much. And then people come to power again. We take them more than less than 12 years to come back to power again. Good morning to listeners.
Good morning to you, landlord. That is the landlord from D-Line here in Bolgatanga. You can also phone in. Let me pick one or two callers before we end the conversation. Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Price.
Wakil.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maxwell.
And good morning to Moses.
Yes.
While somebody is happy that every month they give 20,000 to each constituency for them to share, cocoa farmers are mourning this morning. So you should know that it is even from the cocoa that they send to each constituency for them to share. So it should not be that insensitive towards cocoa farmers. This is the first time over 80 years that you will see that the prices of cocoa has been reduced. It never happened. Every president will always come and meet cocoa board with problems, but they have never reduced the cocoa farmers' amount. So if you have a president that is doing unprecedented things, I think you should rather be worried that he is setting a very bad precedent for this country.
So what do you make of the issue of the OSP and the EC's petition?
What is?
Yes. Maxwell.
Sometimes I feel very sad that our president will be followed for some of these frivolous things. It was the same petitions from foot soldiers that led to the removal of the CGA. And now, foot soldiers again has petitioned. And they are always doing so because it is a campaign message. It was a campaign promise that when they come, all these people will go. So they are serializing their petitions. So I'm so happy that the CJ saw nothing serious about the petition. I had to throw it out. I think this is the way we should go.
All right.
Because we have certain sensitive areas that we don't need to always confront them with this needless politicking. And I think when I was listening to Joe or who from Central Market, I wasn't surprised. Look, there have never been an electoral circle that you will see some of the mistakes that were done by this even during Afarijan's time.
Okay.
Why do we always behave like governance started yesterday? So I think some of them fine, some of them cannot even be attributed to the issue.
All right.
So I think that the petition, the CJ finding a famous essay on that case was best. And I think we should all move on. I was listening to you and said they should let sleeping dogs lie. If they don't want them to lie, they should go and wake them up. But the law is the law. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is Maxwell. Maxwell called us from Bolaga East constituency. We appreciate all our callers. I'm coming back to the studio for us to end the conversation with Moses. Moses.
Yes. So
your last bite.
Yes. So Mutakil, I think that when some of your callers, when they call in, you need to tame them, and you need to always put them on track when they veer off. This attitude of landlord calling and singing and doing things is not good for your program, and you need to talk to him. You cannot call and be saying first year no man. What is the meaning of that? When you call, go straight and make your point.
Okay.
And again, he said that Navrongo 8 years there has not been any taro. Probably he doesn't know Navrongo. When you do this, you are rather putting your party into bad light. What it means is that you are a programmed robot to spew out lies and propaganda. He's sitting here asking Navrongo, how many rows having the MP?
You like putting someone on the spot?
No, but he's my brother. We are from the same place. You ask him. He knows. The road from town to his house was done by the MPP. He knows. So he can landlord. Some of these things you put them out there. You are just laughing at your own self. Now to the electoral commissioner. You see, just like Maxwell has said, emotional politics. The NDC. The woman has done nothing. You say, no, Chinchina, she must go. You understand? As many as 10 petitions, 10. And out of the 10, 7 of them were targeted at that woman. And if not emotions, that she has done what? She's incompetent. She's what? Not even one substance. The CJ have not seen, just common sense in one of them to form a prima facie. They've thrown everything away. So that tells you the emotional politics the NDC is engaged in. Again, lastly, Abdallah said that Akufo-Addo, Mahama is not like somebody who look at your hair, your face. It's not about looking at your face and your physical structure. It's about what you are able, what you can do and what you are able to do. Look, Charlotte Osei, it wasn't an MPP member who petitioned for the removal of Charlotte Osei. It was the electoral commission officers themselves who petitioned based on procurement breaches at the electoral commission. You understand? Do you think that if they had removed that woman ungenuinely, unjustifiably, she wouldn't have gone to court? No. She herself knew that what she did at the Electoral Commission break the law, and that's why she went silently. But these people thought that they thought political power, when you win power, now the constitution will be thrown to the dogs. You are now going to use the NDC constitution or probably the NDC Green Book to determine the fate of Madam J. Mensah. And that's what they thought. And they sent those frivolous and very useless petitions to the presidency, which travel all the way to the CJ. And the CJ have thrown them into the dustbin. All right. That tells you the emotional politics we do in this country. So the NDC shouldn't think that everything is about their party. It's about the democracy we practice here.
Why do you pick and choose? You have actually not agreed with the fact that the OSP hasn't done anything wrong and that he needs to be in office. But
no, for me, the OSP.
No, and that he should actually go. He has what he has done.
Not me.
You said it was personal. You said it's your personal.
Yes, I'm saying that Madam Charlotte Osei hasn't done anything. All the elections that we are supposed to hold, she has held them. She has held them very well. She even held and declared an election that the NDC have won massively. They are happy. Landlord is happy that they won with about 1.7 million votes. Who declared those votes in favor of you? Is it not Madam J. Mensah?
All right.
But I'm saying that in the case of the OSP, look, Attorney General Dominic Ayine, okay, he was appointed just a year. How many top-notch cases are not in court that you and I can talk about? The OSP has been in office for over 5 years. Tell me any serious case that he's pursuing. He's just there drinking tea and enjoying lazars, doing nothing. Look, we haven't appointed him to be driving around and holding press conferences and telling us cock and bull story. We want to have politicians, whether NPP, NDC, cage for misappropriating state funds. We want to see him recover substantial amount of money that have been stolen by politicians. That is what we want him to do, not to be roaming around holding press conferences and driving big cars.
And he must go.
That is the fact. He must go. And I expect, I heard Martin Pebu, he said he's presenting another petition. I hope and pray that that petition is looked into and then Kisia Jabin is shown the exit. So that will bring a very serious lawyer. Look, sometimes it's not about book law, where you go and study and become first-class student. No, first-class whatever. Right. We are looking at somebody who will be more practical about the law and should be able to put criminal people behind bars.
Thank you very much, Moses. Yeah. Thanks a lot. So you heard Moses Samoa. He is a member of the IMPP's regional communication team, and he joined us this morning to speak for the New Patriotic Party. You earlier heard good brother Jonathan Abdallah Salfu, who is the regional communication officer for the NDC, and he made his views clear on the topics under discussion this morning. We truly appreciate your time with us this morning, especially those of you who have had time to call. Maxwell from Bolga East, Joe from Central Market, Landlord from D-Line. We appreciate your contribution on the show this morning. Until you hear our voices again, it's goodbye from us now. The show is being produced by Samuel Adagon, Gerald Tasaki. Max Smith is doing the production virtually. Joseph Yaro is ensuring that our production is live on Facebook and also streamed live on our various streaming platforms like Modern Ghana, A1 Radio, online.com, and also on Radio Garden. It is bye-bye from us here, hoping that you still be with us. So Kalala takes you through work and happiness. Bye-bye.